Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm David from the podcast team of I-Fal, your friendly English learning app. Thanks for joining me today with your coffee or tea. We have some cool news stories to talk about, all in simple English. I'll give a short summary, share a bit of my own view, and connect each story to our daily life here in Israel. Let's start. 1. Recommended TV series for February 2026. A recent article lists the best shows to watch on TV and streaming this February. It mentions a new series from the creator of Dairy Girls on Netflix. There's also an erotic thriller on Amazon Prime Video. Fans can enjoy new seasons of Night Agent, Defense Attorney, and Love is Blind. Survivor is back for its 50th season, and Scrubs returns to life. Basically, there are many fresh episodes and new shows to choose from this month. I think it's great to have so much choice. After a busy week of work or study, I like to relax with a good series. Sometimes my friends and I meet in a cafe or someone's apartment and we watch the first episode together. It's fun to laugh and comment in simple English. You can learn new words about cooking, fashion, or even spy missions if you watch a thriller. So pick one show, make some popcorn, and enjoy your English listening practice. 2. The passing of Nahum Amber. The world said goodbye to Nahum Amber, the iconic singer and entertainer. He was 89 years old. In the 1990s, he became famous through TV shows like The Wonderful World and Only in Israel, both hosted by Erez Tal. Hundreds of people loved his songs, his jokes, and his unique style. He brought joy into many living rooms every week. When I was a kid, my parents often watched those shows on Friday nights. Amber's music would play in our kitchen while we were making challah or preparing the Shabbat table. His voice was warm and full of energy. Even today, I hear his songs in old recordings or at family gatherings. It reminds me of my childhood and of good memories. If you're learning English, you can listen to his interviews or old clips on YouTube. It's a fun way to learn some new phrases and to hear a bit of Israeli culture from the 90s. 3. Boeing and the Technion develop green jet fuel. Here's some exciting science news. Boeing and the Technion in Haifa have started a big project together. They want to make a green jet fuel that does not pollute the air. This fuel uses new methods and materials. The goal is to produce it on a large scale. If they succeed, airlines around the world will buy less oil and burn less fossil fuel. The Technion president said it's a huge task with a big benefit for human health and the planet. I love this story because it shows how smart people in Israel work with big global companies. When I study or work in a cafe near the Technion, I see students on their bikes or in the labs. It feels good to know we are part of high-level research. And when you fly on a plane next time, you can say, maybe that plane uses green fuel from Israel. It's a nice thought, and it helps you practice speaking about science in English. 4. Shekel reaches a 4-year high against the dollar. In other news, the Israeli shekel hit a record high at 3.11 shekels per US dollar. This is the strongest level in 4 years. For shoppers, that means they can buy things online from the US at lower cost. You can order clothes, gadgets, or books and pay less in shekels. But some people worry about exporters and high-tech companies. They say a strong shekel can reduce their profits when they sell abroad. The Bank of Israel now faces a tough choice: help keep inflation low or support exporters who need a weaker shekel. If you love shopping online, this is good news. I remember buying a pair of sneakers from an American site last week, and the price was almost 10% cheaper. But if your uncle works in an export factory, he might find it harder to sell products at a good price. So it's a mix of good and not so good. In English, you can talk about currency exchange, inflation, and profits. These are useful words if you ever work in business or finance. 5. Culture Council under criticism for canceling awards. Finally, let's talk about culture and art. The National Council for Culture and Arts faced sharp criticism this week. The cultural organization sent a strong letter because the Ministry of Culture decided to cancel many state creative awards. They said the decision was for political reasons. At the same time, one city, Kfar Saba, announced a new art prize for local creators in response to the cancellations. I think culture is very important. Here in Tel Aviv and Gush Dan, we have so many art galleries and small theaters. When a big council cancels awards, it can feel like art is less important. But when a city steps in to give a new prize, it shows that local people care about artists. I often visit small art shows in Nevtazadek or Florentine, and I support street art by talking with the artists in simple English. You can say, I really like your work. It's colorful and creative. That helps you practice language and also supports local culture. That's it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed these 5 news stories and found them useful for your English. Keep practicing by talking about current events with friends, reading simple articles, or watching TV shows in English. Thanks a lot for listening, and I really enjoyed helping you learn some English today. Don't forget to check out the I-Fal app for more fun lessons, only 20 shekels per lesson. See you next time.